Hello friends, hope you guys are doing good and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I will be explaining you how you can install and configure Ansible. So let's start. So I've already launched two EC2 instances. One is this master instance and the one is slave. So I will be making use of one master and one slave. So let's start. Let me first do an SSH. Let's wait. It's not allowing me to connect. Now copy this. I'm connected to my master instance and similarly let's connect to slave. Click on connect, copy and yes, I want to connect. So as you can see, I am now connected to my master. Left side is my master and the right side is the slave. And if you guys are aware of Ansible concept, Ansible works on master and slave architecture. So master is basically the main machine and slave is basically the worker node. And we basically execute commands onto we basically write playbooks, schedule them onto master and master basically execute that playbook task onto the slave machine. So this is the concept of Ansible. Our main motto is how to install and configure Ansible. So this is a couple of commands I have already written to save time, and first I will be installing Ansible on the master node. So these are the commands for that. Let me copy all these. Sudo apt get update to update the repository on the master and then copy another command. So I'm first installing Ansible on the master node. This is done and now add the repository, enter to continue and now again apt update. Again let's update the repositories on master and now finally apt install Ansible. Press Y and meanwhile let's do the same stuff on the slave machine. apt get update and Python is already there, I believe, since it is an Ubuntu machine, so Python will be already installed onto the slave machine. Let's do Python 3 hyphen hyphen version. Python 3 is already there, so no need to run this command. apt get install and Ansible is installation is currently under progress. Once it's done, we will check whether it is installed properly or not. So this was one of the tasks which I got to sim in my office. So to simulate that, I created two virtual machines and showing you guys how I did this Ansible installation and configuration. It's almost done. Now let's do Ansible hyphen hyphen version. Okay, so Ansible is installed. Config file is etc ansible ansible.cfg. So till now we have installed Ansible on the master node and slave node is updated. And now our next task is to create connectivity between Ansible master and slave. So to create that connectivity, we will create SSH keys onto master SSH key gen command. Press enter since we want to save it at the default location. So our SSH key is also generated onto Ansible master. So default location of the Ansible this SSH key is home directory, and if I do ls-la dot ssh, so this is the default location, home ubuntu dot ssh of your SSH keys. And as you can see, we are having two keys, idrsa dot pub. Now I need to copy this idrsa dot pub public key to slave. Let's do a cat on idrsa dot pub. So this is the key, and similarly on the slave, let's go to home directory and go to dot ssh ls-la authorized keys. Now let's enter into authorized keys. Now I need to copy this cat id rsa.pub and paste it in the slave. Save it. Okay. Now let's test the connectivity. SSH Ubuntu @ public IP of the slave. I'm trying to SSH to slave machine from master machine. So this is my master machine left side. I'm trying to do SSH onto the slave. Yes. Okay, I'm able to connect successfully 10.0.0.229, 10.0.0.229. So I'm logged in into slave machine from my master machine. Now let's exit. And since I need to enable connectivity using Ansible, I will go to etc Ansible hosts machine, host file, and sudo vi hosts insert mode, and I will create a group called all group and paste the IP address of the slave machine, public IP address of the slave machine, so that Ansible will come to know that Ansible needs to ping and reach to this machine. Now do Ansible all -m ping. So yeah, we are successfully connected. Ansible facts changed false ping pong success. It's a green message. So as you can see, we are successfully pinged from our slave machine, from our master machine to slave machine using Ansible. And Ansible is now able to recognize the slave machine. And so yeah, this is guys for this video. And like similarly afterwards, once you are done, you can create your own playbooks, execute those playbooks onto master, and that result will deflect onto the slave machine. Let's suppose you want to create or update any file onto slave machine. You can simply create a playbook and run that playbook onto master, and your file will be created or updated into a slave machine. So I hope guys this video might be helpful, and please keep on liking and subscribing my videos. That really motivates me. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.